Alright guys, if you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome and thank you for tuning in. If you're subscribing, I'm so sorry that I've not been posting my videos lately. I've been pretty busy, but I'll try to be consistent from now on. Try to think of some new ideas that I can show beginners on how to set up simple tanks. So setting things easy for you guys to follow. Like you don't have to have complicated, expensive equipment. So that's my goal. My goal is to make you feel like you know, you achieve something by watching these videos, and if you're inspired, then I've done my job and I'm very happy to continue to do what I do. So yeah, this is a beginner's guide on setting up a nano tank. Just to let you know that this is my Fluval spec 5. This is a 5-gallon tank. I had it for many years. I want to tell you why small aquariums are actually fantastic for the home. First of all, it livens up the house. It doesn't need a lot of space. This is in the corner of my house, and when the visitor comes in through the door, the first thing they see is actually this tank. So I'm pretty pleased with it, and it doesn't cost much, guys. It doesn't cost much, so there's no excuses for you to be out there and putting a little bit of nature into your house, into your home. So give it a try, okay? So this is my small aquarium, and the next thing I'm gonna tell you about is the size of the tank. Yeah, so I'm going to show you my B-roll. This tank is not very big. This is 5 gallons. It's about one feet and 6 inches wide. It's not very big. It's very small, like I said before. And you can't actually put a lot of things in there, to be honest. I know you're probably thinking, well, can I put discus in there? Of course you can't put discus in there. You know, if you talk about discus and angelfish and those exotic fish that you see, sorry, this is not the video for you. Now, I might make another video about setting up a larger aquarium, which I have. I have another aquarium that's about 45 gallon, 49 gallon. So it's been with me for a while. I'll do that some other time, but I'm gonna tell you this because it's much simpler to do and simpler to film. But basically, all I have is just small fish. I used to have like a Tetra, which I will get back to you on that, on what kind of fish you can actually add in, what kind of fish that I would not recommend for you to get into. Okay, so I'm actually looking at my script, so you know, occasionally I'll be looking down. Okay, so I'm going to talk about equipment and lighting and heater and all this fun stuff. The lighting I have here is a Chihiro. I think it was a C2. It's a very simple lighting. I like this lighting because it's Bluetooth. I can control from my phone. It's automatic, and I can set up the timer, and then it's really cool. I love this lighting. I can leave the link of the gear that I have. And for this tank, the Fluval spec, I don't have to get anything else because everything's built in here. As you can see, this is all my filtration, the sponge filter, everything's all here. And yeah, so the outflow is right here, and so I have everything I need in this tank. So if you're beginners and looking for a tank, I advise you to get it up like this, where you don't need to go out to, you know, to think of what kind of things you need to buy. But if you're interested in the kind of equipment, that I will tell you, the first thing you should get is, of course, the tank. The second thing is a filter, a mini filter, a heater. If you're coming from a temperate country, I think heater is a must. A lighting, sorry, it's getting a bit cold. A lighting, yes, you can have a lighting for if you're keeping plants. I'll tell you there's a lot of benefit for keeping plants in a small tank, especially in a small tank. So a lighting for your plants, and you don't really need expensive lighting. It's just a basic lighting to light up for the plants to photosynthesize. So yeah, and that's it. Oh, okay, so for the deco, you just need to a couple of gravel, about 2 inches gravel, and then a rock. Then you have the you can put your wood, driftwood. My recommendation is don't overcrowd the tank, because the more things you put in the tank, it makes your nano tank look much smaller. So you want to give the impression that the tank is actually larger than it is, but it's a nano tank. So as you can see in my tank, I don't have many things. I only have just 2 rocks, and then I only have 1 driftwood, and then I have a few of the plants. See, speaking of plants, I think the smaller types of plants which is recommended, I say the Java, not Java, you can get a Java moss or Java fern is fine, but I think Java fern might be, yeah, 1 or 2 Java fern, you can get away with it. But my favorite will be the jungle val, because it's slim, it's thin, the leaf is not broad, it doesn't take up too much space, and I have my floating plants, and I mix with my duckweed. Some people doesn't like the duckweed, which I can understand, it's very invasive, but I have, one of my favorites, the redwood floaters, as you can see. It's really awesome, really beautiful, and they even flower, so how awesome is that, right? So every time when I look in the top, I can see the flowers. It's amazing, it's really amazing, and yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all you need in a nano tank. The next thing I'm talking about is the fish. So I want to give you the top 3 fish or inhabitant. So number 1, I would say that shrimp. This is used to be a fish only tank, but now I'm keeping shrimp because I find the shrimp is really small and they're easy to keep. This is a red cherry shrimp. This is the red cherry shrimp, and I find it very easy to keep, easy to reproduce. I bought 10 of them now. I think there's about 1,000 of them. There's about 20, 30 of them now, so it's multiplying. I know if it's multiplying, I know the ecosystem, everything's doing well. So I'm pretty happy with it. So shrimps definitely, and if you have not kept shrimp before, I highly recommend, because they're so awesome, they're so cute. You can see them nibbling on the roots, and then they're just everywhere. If you really want to keep fishes, I would say a betta. A betta would be great in this tank because they don't need much space. Just 1 betta, that's it. But if you're looking for a fish that needs to, the max you can get is probably 5 of neon tetra. But yeah, I think you can get away with 5 neon tetra in this tank. A couple of chloricats. Number 1, this is one of the best for stream tank. So give that a try, stream tank for sure. You definitely should choose that. For maintenance, I think it's pretty straightforward. I've not, changed the water for about 6 months. That's great, isn't it? Because you don't want to keep on changing the water all the time. And once in a while, I'll just scrape off the algae, off the grass, the glass here, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing much I can say, but what I can tell you that it is very satisfying, and I highly recommend, highly encourage you to bring a little piece of nature into your home, setting up tanks like this. It doesn't take much, and it doesn't cost much, but the average cost of all this, the initial setup, the tank itself is about $150 US dollar. Where I come from, Singapore, maybe a bit more, 180. And the lighting, the only extra things I get is actually the lighting, because it comes with the Fluval Spec 5. It came with a lighting, but unfortunately I broke that. So I bought a Chihiro, I think it's C2, can't remember, but it's a Bluetooth. It's great, it's fantastic for growing plants. And this is about, less than $100. So altogether, I think you can get total setup less than $200. Just for the beauty of it, $200. I mean, yeah, you can get much cheaper than that. You can get a small, tank that DIY. You can do your own DIY. You can do a research and find out the filtration. The things that you need is basically just the tank itself, the filtration. Yeah, that's it. That's all you need, and the lighting. So these 3 things you need. That is pretty much it. Those things I mentioned, those equipment I mentioned, I will leave the link. So thank you for staying with me to this far, and if you liked, if my channel has benefited you a little bit, just don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I'd appreciate if you can subscribe. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next channel.